Hello and welcome to Reportage. This is Danish bin Nabi. In today's segment, I shall have discussion about the recently released book Bharat Jodo Yatra by Pushparaj Deshpande and Ruchira Chaturvedi. The book is published by HarperCollins with a foreword by Malik Arjun Kharge. One of the authors, Pushparaj Deshpande, joins me on Reportage this segment. The book talks about Rahul Gandhi and how his yatra has impacted people and India. Mr. Deshpande, for the viewers, explain it for the larger audience. What was the need of writing this book? Why did you feel that the yatra which Rahul Gandhi undertook from Kanyakumari to Kashmir must be documented?
Hi, Danish. Thanks for having me on your show again. One of the primary reasons why we wanted to map the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the what, the how, and the why, was because the mainstream media has not done its justice. If you recall the 2011 India Against Corruption movement, जिस तरह से उसको पब्लिसिटी मिली थी, उसका एक चौथा ही पब्लिसिटी अगर भारत जोड़ो यात्रा को मिल जाती उस समय मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया की तरफ से, if they had given it the kind of publicity it deserved, today the political situation would have been very different, right? And because that did not happen, we felt the need for it to be captured for posterity. uh, ये एक बात है. एंड दूसरी बात ये भी थी कि a lot of people who worked in the यात्रा, हर इंसान का एक अलग अनुभव रहा. Everyone had a different experience and a different yatra. There was not just one yatra, there were multiple yatras. Every yatri had a different experience, every organizer had a different experience. So we felt that given the complexity, the nuances that went into organizing and actually experiencing this yatra needed to be captured for future generations. These are the two big reasons why we decided to do this book.
So, the book is basically a compilation of many leaders who have spoken about their own experiences during the yatra. So basically, who gave you the idea to bring in all these leaders so that a book can be compiled?
So the idea was ours only. Both my co-author Ruchira and I decided how we should go about this. And it is not just leaders. If you see the book, it is divided into three sections, Danish. One is mapping the experiences of different organizers. So someone who organized the camp for civil society, someone who organized, curated the civil society logistics, someone else who organized the media, someone else who managed social media. Different aspects of the yatra were are captured. Someone who did the interactions, so different aspects have been captured by the organizer section. Then there is the yatris itself. The main yatris chale the, there's a large section which captures their different experiences. And then there is leaders. And in this leader section, it's not just the Congress leaders, because it was a genuinely people's yatra. We have reached out to eminent citizens from all walks of life. तो अगर आप देखें सिविल सोसाइटी की तरफ से, देयर इज पीपल लाइक निखिल डे, भंवर मेघवंशी, मेधा पाटकर, to political people like Mehbooba Mufti from Kashmir, Sanjay Raut from Maharashtra. There is Supriya Sule from Maharashtra. There is also Salman Khurshid Saab, Uttar Pradesh. So different leaders from all
So
walks
you
of life
have
have
taken
been
care
captured.
of every region, every state, every aspect, every religion in the book. So that
Every community, every gender, every region. Yes, we have been very careful about that. तो SC, ST, OBC, minority, हर अपर कास्ट, हर कम्युनिटी से लोगों को हमने रखा है इसमें.
Deshpande ji, 1945-46 में, if I am correct, there was a person who was put behind bars in Ahmednagar fort. Not a person, a leader. And during those those years of incarceration, he came up with a book titled Discovery of India. In that book, इंडिया इंटरनेशनली कहाँ पे फिट हो रहा है, वो लीडर उस बुक में वो बात कर रहे हैं. एंड नाउ वी हैव दिस भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, और ये और एक लीडर को अपने ही मुल्क में, अपने ही कंट्री में फिट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. डू यू ड्रॉ एनी पैरेलल्स बिटवीन डिस्कवरी ऑफ इंडिया एंड दिस बुक भारत जोड़ो यात्रा?
Yes, I'm glad that you asked this question. Pandit Nehru wrote that book, of course, and Nehru ji ka, I mean, that book is still like a Bible for those people who genuinely want to get a sense of the real pulse of India, जो real culture है. that that is a Bible for many progressive forces. There's no two doubts about it. I don't know. I mean, it's flattering to be compared for you to compare this book with that, because that book is genuinely a huge deal for so many people. I don't know if it's that good, but certainly all I can say is that this is definitely a discovery of India for all of us young people who have joined the yatra. तो अगर आप यात्रा में देखिए राहुल गांधी का जो पीस है उसमें, he himself talks about the fact that he has learned and unlearned so many things and he has checked his own prejudices. Kharge ji says the same thing. All of the yatris, all of the organizers are saying the same thing, that not just we are not just discovering India, but we are also discovering Indians. And every that it's a cliche, but every 200 kilometers badalta hai. It is like that. Everything is changing, but the people, जो उनकी sentiments है, their aspiration, their needs are somehow common. So it's a very, I can't explain this to you. The book will certainly, if you see the book, if your viewers read this book, you will get that sense. But you have to be there to experience that commonality despite this diversity.
So it's safe for us to say that Discovery of India by Pandit Nehru and now Bharat Jodo Yatra by you two authors. It includes Rahul Gandhi, it's on the Rahul Gandhi. So we can draw parallels between the two books.
That I leave from viewers too. It would be extremely narcissistic and arrogant for me to say that it is the same thing. But I think the viewers will make the judgment on that.
Let's leave this question for the viewers. Let's move on the Rahul Gandhi. Do you think that Bharat Jodo Yatra has changed him as a person and as a leader?
That's a very interesting question. So, see, I think I have somewhat interacted with Rahul ji in the last 10, 12 years now. And I feel that the person that who he was, जो हमेशा से रहे है, वो अब public लो दिख रहा है. This entire narrative that the RSS, the BJP had deliberately fomented, that he's entitled, he's princeling, he's not hardworking, that he's sort of, accidental politician. It's not true at all. It's been very clear from the very start that he's been very ideological, very focused, very progressive person. And now the whole country has seen through the propaganda that the BJP has fomented. So, in a sense, I feel that the Yatra has just managed to bring out the real him to all of us. That's one thing. The second thing is that I feel that genuinely he has now managed to understand and pick up the even the micro aspirations and needs of different people. These nuances, even us people like us who study, even academics who study this kind of thing, often miss these local nuances. But he's managed to capture that, and you can see it in his speeches. He's become far more conversational, far more confident in how he's conducting himself. It's just that what his innate idealism, his innate sincerity is being magnified hundredfold, because now people are beginning to see him for what he was.
So the video which he had posted just yesterday on the barber shop, isn't it more on a human side than on the political side of Rahul Gandhi? Isn't he showing that he's more human than a politician?
I mean, yeah, he has been like that only. It just, देखिए, if you see all of his videos after the yatra also, he has been to a mechanic's shop, he has been to a carpenter's shop, he has been to, Manipur, he has been to many other places. He's been with the coolies, he's been to Ladakh. I mean, he is a relatable person, your man next door. He's someone you can go and share your problems with. That is how he has been. That is what is now coming out clearly, because the media is amplifying it. पहले नहीं हो रहा था. And the thing is that in this, I have written about this in my introduction in the Yatra, in the Bharat Jodo Yatra book. Uh, he is marking us. I don't know if he's doing it deliberately, but I feel that it's a very clever strategy, because he's making himself exactly the polar opposite of Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi has this charisma, had this image of being this carefully scripted, not an iron crease here or there, everything is tailor made. His speeches are very, this thing, his hand gestures are very crafted carefully. दाढ़ी में एक दाढ़ी इधर उधर नहीं हो रही है. Rahul Gandhi is being the exact opposite. The kind of energy he's bringing to the people now. It's a bit like what Mahatma Gandhi used to do. It's also a bit like Princess Diana used to do. That's what I've referred to this in the book. That the compassionate, loving, relatable person that he's breaking down barriers. That is what Rahul Gandhi is doing.
And Can we compare, because Mahatma Gandhi, you named him, and I came to just a point stuck in my mind. Mahatma Gandhi always refused power, no matter he was Congress president for some years, but in the hindsight, he has always refused power. Rahul Gandhi is on the same lines. He has been refusing power now since 2019, as far as Congress presidentship is concerned. Do you Can we draw parallels between Rahul Gandhi and Mahatma Gandhi?
Yes,
Is
I
he
do believe
treading on
so, and
his
I'm not
path?
sorry.
Is he treading
Could you
on
repeat
his
yourself? I mean, he said this even in his first interview when he was contesting from Amethi. If you see that interview, he talks about both Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhiji, and Pandit Nehru as his gurus. He's been saying that since then. And the fact of the matter is, having seen his work closely, interacted with him sometimes, he is the ideological north star for the Congress party. And वो जो भी कर रहे हैं, he is one person you can be very clear about the fact that no matter what, in politics, it's very easy to take the easy way out, to take shortcuts, to do the wrong thing. It's very tempting. And I know this. Social media, for instance, you can, just like they do fake news, they make memes on you. It is very tempting for us also to do the same thing. But Rahul Gandhi is the one kind of person who will say, no, it's wrong, it's not. We will not go personal, we will not lie, we will not do anything. Now, that kind of ideological
Wasn't
uh,
Mahatma Gandhi doing the
mooring,
same?
he was. That's what मैं वही कह रहा हूँ. The ideological mooring that he is providing to the Congress for the last few years is the same thing that Gandhiji used to do. So Gandhiji was the ideological glue that held the party together. Today it's Rahul Gandhi who's the ideological glue who's holding the party together. Operations he's left to Khargeji, who's the Congress president. General Secretary is Mallikarjun Kharge. Gurdeep Sappal is the party bureaucracy. So there are different. Supriya Shrinate is the social media person. So there are different people manning the logistics, the operation. But he is the ideological core. And mind you, ये जो question BJP, I mean, the question that you say it also has a grave import to it because the BJP keeps saying that Rahul Gandhi is the high command, Gandhi family is wanting to control the party. Think about it. For the last 30 years, since Rajiv Gandhi, has there ever been a Gandhi prime minister? And Rahul
Absolutely not.
Gandhi and no Gandhi has, and Rahul Gandhi and there's been no Gandhi at the party in any party post uh, leadership level in the last 5 years. Rahul Gandhi nahi hai. Madam is in the CPP. Priyanka Gandhi is the general secretary without any portfolio. So my point is that there is a marked shift that people are not noticing. The RSS and the BJP are stuck in time. So yeah,
Hypothetically speaking, if India bloc wins this election and Congress wins maximum seats out of this India bloc, do you believe or do you think that Rahul Gandhi will go for the prime ministership? Would he agree
that
to
is the
it?
question. No, so देखिए, unlike the BJP, we are not a one party runs the show or one party rules the coalition kind of block. There is a huge coalition of 27, 28 parties. And Rahul Gandhi is not the Congress president, the chairperson or the chairperson of the India Alliance. It is Mallikarjun Kharge. So Khargeji will put this question forward to all the alliance and they will then decide कि कौन होना चाहिए. It will be a proper democratic process. And I believe Rahul Gandhi is the most popular person in the India bloc right now. So he definitely is a contender according to me. But that decision has to be a democratic decision.
But in my limited understanding of Congress party and in my minutest limited understanding of Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a person, I do feel that he would humbly decline the offer.
I think he'll do what the party requests of him and the India bloc requests of him. If everyone says that aap hi ko banna hai, then he will take it on, however reluctant whatever his personal choices may be. And I think he'll be the best person for it at this juncture. But that's a different process. I don't, मतलब वो election के बाद ही देखेंगे.
Absolutely. Let's come back to the book. You, in the start of the
जी,
interview, said that media did not do its job, and they did not cover Rahul Gandhi's yatra the way they did Anna Hazare's moment. Do you believe
जी.
and do you think that media needs to rethink on its strategy? No matter they have RSS people, the BJP people who have bought almost got all the media anchors, media persons, media houses by their balls. I must say this. But do you think they need to rethink on their strategy of the media strategy
The,
as far as at least Rahul Gandhi is concerned?
No, they do, not just about Rahul Gandhi, but also about the entire political culture that they are creating and fostering. Because, see, ultimately, there are many people in the media who some of us we know personally, many of them we don't know personally, but there are people who are committed to the national interest of speaking truth to power, of holding not just the government accountable, but also everyone else in power accountable. But the problem is that when you compromise those, your profession's dharma, your ideal duty, right? When you forego that and you start parroting the line of any party, whether it's the ruling dispensations or the opposition, simply because your revenues are dependent on it, then you have given up your duty. Then you are no longer news. You're not no longer journalists. You are then party spokespersons in the guise of media, right? So वो जो हुआ है उसका already there's a huge cost the country is paying for it. Think about what happened during the Pulwama attack. You are from Kashmir, you know this, Danish. Before the Pulwama attack happened, there was a journalist who publicly went. There was a leaked transcript of him having a conversation with someone, and he said there is something big happening in Kashmir. It will change the show. We will win this election. Now, what kind of journalist does that? Similarly, what kind of journalist actually resorts to communalism? This is not in the national interest, and they are doing a grave disservice to India if they continue doing this. So they must change.
And I do believe they will regret in future. My
जी न्यूज को
last
देख लीजिए, जी न्यूज
बिल्कुल
have had to
बिल्कुल
change their.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल things are, I hope things are moving ahead in for the better, for the betterment of the country. My last question
Yeah,
before we wind up this thing: Bharat Jodo 2.0, can we see another book on these lines?
I mean, I think it was a lot to do Bharat Jodo, the first yatra, to do this Bharat Jodo yatra first book. It doesn't, it is, it to the outsider, it might just seem like it's a collection of essays, but we had to be carefully sure that each of them is adding some value, is adding something new. Otherwise, the same thing again and again, right? So the point is that because Ruchira was there, my co-author Ruchira was there throughout the yatra. I was there in I think 6 states in the yatra. So there was, and my team worked with civil society throughout the yatra. So there was some reference point. Now I feel that yes, the second Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra needs to be captured, but I'll leave that to someone who has been in the yatra, who understands it closely to map that. So I don't think it will come from either of us right now, but I hope it comes out.
My last question, this will be my last question now before we wind up. The book is about Rahul
Okay.
Gandhi, and I must ask you this. The book is about Rahul Gandhi, his yatra, his personality. You have mentioned almost every aspect of his life in the book. Do you think there are similarities as far as politics is concerned, as far as the ethical, I call it ethical politics, is concerned between Rajiv Gandhi, his father, and Rahul Gandhi?
That's a very interesting question. I actually would draw parallels between, to me, the easiest parallels I draw between Rahul Gandhi are with Mahatma Gandhi. And I know I've said this before, but Princess Diana. They are against the system, they're against the status quo, they're doing disruptive things, they're compassionate, they're loving. That's the two parallels that I would readily draw. With Rajiv Gandhi ji, so there I think Rajiv Gandhi ji, the good thing about Rajiv, and this is the similarity between the two of them, is that they are very critical of any weaknesses or problems internally, including the Congress system. And Rahul Gandhi is also very, very stern about the fact that we have to unlearn and relearn things. So there are many weaknesses. There are many people who are either ideologically malleable, or there are many systems that are not working, or we're not being programmatically creative or innovative. On those things, Rahul Gandhi is as disruptive as former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was. So there is that similarity. And I think I was not alive by the time I mean, I was just 3, 4 years old by the time Rajiv Gandhi was
Was
assassinated,
assassinated.
unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I have a ready frame of reference, but from what I know is that he was known as Mr. Clean. That continues. Rahul Gandhi is perhaps the cleanest, most sincere, most idealistic person in the entire political ecospectrum today. That's my very clear sense. So there again, he has some similarity with Rajiv ji.
Mr. Deshpande, thank you very much for talking to me. And I must thank you also for coming up with this book for people, for persons who read, for people who like to read books, and for the people who want to know more about Rahul Gandhi. I thank you. I sincerely thank you about this book, and I'm holding it for the viewers so that it reaches maximum people and maximum people buy and read your book. Thank you. Pleasure talking to me. Please subscribe to our channel Reportage and press the bell icon to remain updated.